guys, welcome back to episode 44 of Anything Goes
with Sania and Leah. This is a great podcast purely based off the fact that Leah's a happy girl because
we have cookies.
Made
That's nice made.
Yeah. Slaved away last night, 7 till 10 p.m, 3 hours.
What flavours have we got?
Okay, so let me just double check the backs because I don't know if some of them. I'm gonna break.
I thought you were going to say like you put a label on them or something.
No. Okay.
Oh, that looks good. That looks like a good cookie texture.
I made it so they're like gooey in the middle almost. Okay, so this is, if you're on YouTube, if you're not on YouTube, just quickly
You're
swap
missing
over.
out.
Yeah, this is milk choc chip.
Oh, that looks like it's got loads of chocolate chips in it as well.
Obviously, milk choc chip,
White
choc chip, yeah. And then this is a milk chocolate chip with cocoa powder in it, so it's like a darker chocolate.
Like a triple chocolate.
Almost, but
I'm
there's
so
no
excited.
white chocolate. So, to begin with this podcast, I think we should let Leah have a taste test. Which one are you going to do first?
I'm going to do the normal chocolate one.
Okay, split it in half. I'll have some with you. I almost had one this morning just because I really fancied
Oh god, I
one.
nearly broke it. Sorry, I can't. Oh, this is good cookie texture, this is. Sorry, I've kind of destroyed this one.
No, it's fine. It's like softer in the middle, isn't it?
It's like gooey.
I'm gonna take
I made some vegan cookies for, well, me and Mor made them. But they were like cakey, they weren't like, you know,
They're
these
more
are
like
gooey in the
oats,
middle.
aren't they?
It was just like, you know, like a sponge cake. It was like that. Whereas this is like, you know, you press it. It's like
yeah.
gooey.
I don't know if like, it's just like proper like squidgy in the middle. Right. You got to rate them out of 10. I have to say I've outdone myself. She's doing roast in the cookie.
That is so good.
What would you rate it? Can you tell it's homemade or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you can always taste when it's also made. Oh, that is good. Gooey.
Half of this podcast is going to be Leah. Not saying anything else, but Okay, what would you rate that?
I would give that a good like 9 out of 10.
Really? How could I improve? Maybe putting some like drizzle on the top or something. I quite like a plain cookie though sometimes.
I mean, I don't know, I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe a bit thicker.
Do you know how many grams of like cookie dough is in that?
More.
I want 200 grams.
Can we try with them?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're going to do.
Woo! Okay.
Break that up in the camera. Let me hold the... So this is the milk chocolate one.
Sorry, I'm just like
no,
putting my hands all over it.
the white chocolate
Oh!
one.
Yeah,
Perfecto.
that was a good break, wasn't it?
They take only 15 minutes to cook.
Wow.
I know. And that's still quite soft in the middle. This one with Biscoff was honestly quite sickly, I won't lie, because of its white chocolate, but it's still lovely on its own. It's not as strong flavoured as chocolate.
Oh, that one is really good.
Which one do you prefer?
I think the white chocolate one.
Honestly, these actually have to be the best cookies I've made.
I think you could sell these.
Do you reckon? I'm thinking of making them prizes at like posing events.
So now you K bakes.
You know, like someone messaged me on Instagram, you know when I posted those Oreo ones?
That one is great. Give me a bit more.
Well, we'll eat it throughout the podcast.
Will we?
No, I will.
I'll eat it now.
But this girl was like, oh, make another business and just sell cookies. And I was like, yeah, if I had the time for that, I probably would, because I'm a fat cunt.
What's that, business number 3, 4?
Yeah. You know what they say? Multiple business is what makes you rich.
True.
Let's try the last one.
That one's really good. I think I would give that one a 9.5.
What, milk chocolate? White chocolate. Well, when you're next training, I might leave some cookies behind the counter for you. Yeah, so this is a thick
This
ass
is dense.
one. Yeah. I don't know how I made it like that, but I managed to do it. I
This
think
is-
it's because there's more powder in there.
I'm going out the
Cocoa
middle.
powder.
I'm going from the middle.
I quite like this one, to be fair.
What's this one? Oh,
This is just milk chocolate with cocoa powder. It's not as sweet. It's more of like a bittery one, but still quite sweet.
That one's good.
Not your favourite though.
Not my favourite.
What would you say, like 7, 8?
Yeah, probably like a
You prefer those ones?
But
They are good.
if I was going to choose a cookie, I wouldn't choose a chocolate one. I would choose the cookie one. So it's not that particular
I'm the
cookie.
same. I'm the same. Reese requested one like that. He's very much I want that type of cookie.
That one's still really nice, but if there was cookies in a shop, I would choose the one, like the cookie one, not the chocolate one.
I'd go for the milk chocolate and the white chocolate.
Yeah, me too.
Mine goes milk chocolate first, white chocolate, then chocolate.
Yeah.
But the Biscoff one with milk chocolate is really good, although I could eat maybe 5 of them and feel okay. I can only eat half of the Biscoff one and be like, okay.
Yeah, see, I don't get like that. I think I have that thing where like I don't feel sick from eating
Keep
seafood.
eating, they're yours.
Oh, well,
I keep seeing you look at them like...
The white chocolate one is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9.5.
Do you want me to leave you another one behind the desk at Ultraflex Derby? We'll get Reese too.
Oh yeah, go on then. I'll be like, Leah, why have you put on £18 this week?
I'll be like, no, Dan's
So
already
now
put
I
me
can
on a
see
flower
cookies.
ban, hasn't he? He was like, you're going on a flower ban soon. I was like, you can't stop me.
You can't, and you won't. Yeah, that one's a 9.5. The chocolate's a 9, and that one's probably an 8.
Well, maybe I should sell them. Maybe I should do like a once per month drop.
I reckon you could definitely sell them. The Biscoff one, oh yeah.
I reckon I should. To be fair, they're not very like, they're not money makers. You can't get a lot of money within the baking industry because
You can't sell them for super expensive, can you?
you can't sell them for super expensive. It took me, honestly, the time that it takes you to make them is what costs the most.
Yeah.
Like, and then obviously the equipment and stuff. But
And
you
you
can
have to like send them out and package them and like...
Exactly.
Don't you have to be like health and safety accredited? and all that
probably
shit?
if you actually like, I think if you actually go through those rounds, then most likely. But I'm also thinking
Sell them
just,
on the sly.
just cash in hand at an event.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like any event that I go to, I'll make some cookies, and if people want to buy them, £1 each.
I'd be very happy with
Maybe a bit more than
cookie
£1.
and a goodie bag.
But to make 30 cookies, like 5 different flavours, took me 3 hours. Bearing in mind half of that time, carry on. Half of that time, I was making my own food whilst like they were in the fridge,
These
like
are great.
hardening up. I think I might do that, you know. So if anyone wants cookies at an event that I'm attending, whether that's a Leah event, whether that's an LFP event, let me know, because I will make some. But they're not that profitable, I won't lie. Like, unless you sell them in like absolute, you know, you have like a machine that just churns them out. Like, I can see why Cookie Box Co and like Cookie Dealer like have taken such a long time to like, you know, like make like improvements in terms of like their marketing or like their like equipment that they have, because it is such a hard like a hard industry to be profitable from, unless you have people working for you. You're just enjoying that cookie.
Oh,
You're not
so
listening,
good.
are you?
No, I am. I'm listening.
She's like kind of listening.
Oh, so good. I love cookies.
But I think I'm gonna have some as well.
If it was a competition that we were going to do, you would definitely have won the competition, because mine did not turn out like this.
Yeah, but you did vegan cookies. Do you want to know the ingredients?
Oh, yeah.
No. Butter,
Yeah.
light brown sugar,
Mhm.
white caster sugar,
Yeah.
self-raising flour,
Yeah.
plain flour,
Okay.
baking
Sugar.
bacon powder, a bit of salt, vanilla extract, and that's it.
I think I did them right. I just used vegan butter. It's probably why they went a bit dodgy.
Do you know what I want to try? Oat milk. Not oat milk. Oat cookies.
Yeah.
I reckon they'll be quite good, because you can make them vegan as well.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Enough of the cookie
10 out of
chat.
10 cookies. I love them. Sorry, I didn't contribute to this. I'll just eat them.
Welcome to the Sania podcast.
Anyway, let's put a little disclaimer on. If you don't want to hear about us talking about cookies for 15 minutes, skip to this bit.
Skip to this number.
Oh.
But update me. It's been actually longer, because we're
It's been
filming
a
this
long
on
time.
Thursday, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, how is life? How is everything going?
Busy.
Yeah.
We've had all the all the stuff going on with like the obviously brought Lily and Kelsey on as coaches.
Oh my god, yeah, we haven't been
Yeah.
podcasting, like recording since you've launched them.
None of that has happened. I don't think last time we filmed.
It was
they'd
probably
come on.
like a day or two after you announced them, because I remember you saying you were trying to figure out whether you were going to like launch them together or how you were going to do it.
I think it might have been on the day we were launching them. So they're now like fully kind of launched out there, which is really exciting. So they're kind of sat and ready to go. I'm just doing some like training bits with them in the background and like getting on calls with them and stuff. So that's all done. And then we obviously had the event, which was really fun.
Yes. Oh, that was...
Did you like it?
I loved it, but oh my god, I was so stressed for you.
I was so stressed.
Oh my god, talk to them about the fucking event. So, explain the event first, and then explain what the hell happened, because oh my god, I was pissed for you, like from the very
You seemed very not stressed. I think I was stressed. Maybe you were just hiding it well.
I was stressed, but I was more angry. Like I was really annoyed, because I know that being in your position, I'd be fuming.
I didn't message them after because I was just like, I just can't be. I just thought, well, it's done now. Like, I just
never go there again.
No.
Tell them, what was the event and what happened?
Well, the event was great, I thought. I feel
the
like
whole process of it, fabulous.
Yeah.
Like, the information, like, it could have been flowed a lot better.
Yeah.
But that wasn't our problem. That was...
Yeah. So, basically, the event was great. So Amy did the flow kind of workshop, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you did the really good talk on posing.
So it was a step into competing, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So the event was basically for anyone who was looking to compete, wanted to know more information about it, or just generally learn about what it is to compete.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really, really good event, because I personally haven't seen a lot of people hold events for coaches who want to coach clients, but I've not seen it from a client perspective.
Yeah.
That's open to everyone, not just clients as well. Where it's like, this is what you need to get into post-show, posing. Like, if you don't like any of that, then you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, and when I was doing it, I was like, oh my god, this is actually, I didn't want it to come across negative, because there was a lot in it that was like, bodybuilding can cause this, and this is a negative, and so I didn't want it to come across like that, but I just wanted it to be honest, because there are, like, I didn't know any of that. You know, the stuff, we did a talk on hormone health. I didn't know any of that when I was getting into competing, so...
But I think it's important, like, you should know all the negatives before you go into something, and even though you didn't want it to seem negative, like, at the end of the day, like, would half of the people go into bodybuilding if they actually knew all that? Probably not, and it's probably good that they know that and they've stepped away from it, because some people are not willing to do that, and they should have the right to know.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it was nice, like, a lot of the girls met each other. Like, I had a client that came over from Ireland that was, like, really nervous, and she messaged me after and was like, I just want to say a massive thank you. Like, I feel so, like, empowered, and it was so nice meeting some of the other girls.
That's nice.
Yeah, so that was really cute. And I got a few nice messages and tags after, just being like, oh, thank you so much. That was really helpful. I really enjoyed it.
Good.
So that was really nice. So, yeah, we did the talk on hormone health. Obviously, there was the posing bits, the bikini bits.
Yeah.
Post-show, and then setting yourself up. So it's basically helping girls get into bodybuilding / competing.
Yeah.
But the issue we had...
from the very beginning.
I got there, went to set up, made 3 presentations, which I'd spent a long time on.
Before that... I'm backtracking before that.
Oh god, when we got locked out!
I beep Leah thinking, oh, we're ready, we're early. This, I don't want to say bitch, but this girl comes out of the studio, has a key, by the way. She opens the door from inside the studio, locks it whilst we're waiting out. Clearly, we are waiting to get into the studio.
And then we couldn't get in.
And then she just goes, oh, no, you just need to have to call the person you're hiring it from. Duh. She clearly works there, so clearly, you know... Like,
it was a nightmare, wasn't it?
And she walked away and locked us out.
And we were just stood there like, oh,
we're meant to be in here now. Now. And then Leah had to call the person who owned it. Then she was running after the girl, didn't find the girl. And I was like, oh my god, me and Amy, we may have to run for her.
Yeah.
And then we were like, well, we have no idea where she's gone. And I was like,
it is just not well organised, is it?
Like, did you not think to attend the venue that you've hired, like, you know, the owner, to let this person who's hired the venue in?
Yeah, I just think, like, how were we expected to get in? So we had that palaver, we couldn't get in, and then we got in eventually. Someone had to come and drop the key off, and I was like, well,
that was like half an hour
later.
So we're already half an hour late.
Setting up. And
then me and Amy were like, you know what, they can deal with it, we're going to go get a coffee.
She fucked off.
At the end of the day, right, there was 4 of you there.
Yeah,
and I was like, we're just all going to stand here. So I was like, right, I need a coffee, I've just trained. So then guys can do
it. We did get in eventually, But then, I had presentations, and then I went to find the projector, get it all set up, because in my head I was like, I want everyone to walk in and the projector's on with the timeline of the day so people can see.
Yeah.
No projector. Phones the manager. Oh, it should be there. It's not there.
It's clearly
It's definitely not there. It's not in the store cupboard. Oh, it might have been left at the Burton studio.
Even though you requested that there be a monitor on that day.
Yes. So no projector. So then someone comes, tries to go to Argos to buy a projector, gets to 5 to 2, people are here.
None of them are in stock. Forgot to check that they were in stock before they drove.
Oh, so then people turn up and I'm like, shit, this event starts in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Nothing is set up.
What's going on? There's no projector. I haven't heard from the person.
Your laptop is like yay big, and no, there was like 20 people there, people attending. So it was like, no one's gonna see that. No one's seeing that.
So then we had to rejig, and then the person calls me back about half an hour into the event and it's like, oh, sorry, it's not in stock, so he's gone to work. Great. Thanks
for leaving us. Yeah, thanks for leaving us in the fucking dirt.
So then Will, bless him, had to go to the Burton studio,
which is luckily
where we live, pick up the projector and bring it to us.
And that's already like a good half an hour, 35-minute drive. And otherwise, they were going to have to drive to Burton to then drive back, which is just easier for Will to be already there and just...
So that was lucky. But then we were in the middle of this event that was like back-to-back time plans, trying to set up a projector. You actually managed to get it working, didn't you?
Yeah, so we changed the event, because I was like, it was meant to be Leah using the projector like the first 2 sessions or first one. So I basically just said, look, let us do mine and Amy's thing.
Yeah.
And you just sort out, you literally just go away and like sort whatever the hell you need out. So we did like the flow class, and we did like...
actually worked really well, because I feel like in the future, if I did another one, I feel like I would put that first, because I feel like it broke the ice a bit.
Yeah, everyone was
like
calm.
Chilled. So I think what I would do is do a little intro, leave people to chat, and then literally go straight into the flow class.
Yeah.
And then transition into the talks. I actually think that worked better.
It was really fun. Like the flow class was fun because it wasn't necessarily about posing, but there were some poses in there. But it just got you to understand like how you should feel sexy, feel sassy, and feel confident and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And this projector was not working, so that was really annoying me. And I'm someone who I will figure it out even if it kills me. I will still ensure. But we spent half an hour doing it.
Faffing about, and everyone just sat there, and I was like, this is the worst thing ever.
So we were like, right, let's pull the projector away. And you were talking, you just started talking. And I was like, this is so shit. Like, this is not fair. Like, this needs to be sorted out. This projector clearly works. We just need to figure out how to link it. So I was like at the back, like, just like
tinkering away.
Yeah. And managed to get it to work. And that was only like 10 minutes into your presentation.
Yeah, you actually did so well there. You managed to get it working eventually. So
it was a fucking nightmare. Like, and the reason why we wanted to, you wanted to set up an hour before was because so you could ask someone to help with the projector who works there as well. Like, because obviously we don't know how to use a projector. No, the cookies are not for you.
They're not doggy friendly. They've got chocolate in. So yeah. Anyway, aside from that, I feel like it was a really good event.
Yeah. The content, like, I was really, really, really interested in, like, the female hormone stuff, because I know a good amount.
Yeah.
But I don't know as much as you or, sorry, what was that?
Kels.
I was like...
She's very clued up with stuff like that, and that's one of the reasons why...
I want to get her on an LFP education line.
So Kelsey is super clever, but also she gets so interested in learning stuff. So if I say to her, oh, do you want to do this? She'll like research it to death and do it. So she's just really, really...
Book smart.
Yeah, very clever.
That's where I struggle. I need to read something, but then create an activity in my head to learn it.
Yeah.
But me and Amy were talking about it a few weeks ago, actually. So Kelsey, if you're watching, is it Kelsey, or Kelsey? Kelsey.
Yeah.
We were actually the reason why I wanted to stay for the female hormone things, because we were actually seeing how much Kelsey knew.
Yeah.
To potentially invite her onto an NLP Live, because like if she knows. Because we want a topic on, like, obviously, I know you know your stuff, but we do so much together.
Yeah,
I still wanted undivided. Yeah, I wanted
to
see if she knew a lot of stuff about that, and
she actually made that presentation. So,
like incredible. So I was like really interested in it. Because I feel like females should know, like especially the contraception part, because like. For me, I know that there's a lot of things going on about contraception and stuff, contraception being bad and good and not bad and stuff like that, and there's so much back and forwards and stuff about it, and it is very person dependent. It depends on what your health and body is like, it's what you actually want in life as well.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't feel as though women, I was on contraception at the age of 14.
Yeah, so was I. Most girls are, they're just whacked on a pill.
It just whacked on any type of contraception. My dad, bless him, he was the person who I spoke about my periods to. I didn't live with my mum, so my dad was very new to it as well. So he thought, I know someone who's had the implant, I'm just going to give that to Sania because I know she's sexually active, and like it was just a safer option. Yeah. But not once did the doctor say to me or do or anything in terms of education towards what the implant was, nor to my dad. They just say it's it does. They didn't even tell me like that it stops my progesterone or estrogen or something like that. I don't know which one it is, but they didn't tell me anything. They just said it stops pregnancy. It's about 99.9%. It lasts 2 years and you'll get it taken out. That is literally black and white all they say to me. And honestly, I completely understand the frustration, because if I knew, even at the age of 14, what it was doing to me, and they actually said, right, every week before we put girls on contraception, they have to come to this class and they have to be educated on which each contraception does. And I just feel like that, for me, that gives me the opportunity to choose what I want. It means that I've created the choice, and yes, I've chosen to get like contraception, but and I know I could have potentially have done more education, but I'm 14 years old.
You just believe what the doctor tells you as well. And
they should also be educating your parents on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they don't. They just say, this is what it is. It will stop your child from getting pregnant. It will stop her periods potentially.
Yeah.
And I just think in terms of like, I could have been on that for like, I got 2 of them. I didn't have periods for 4 years.
Yeah. Well, I've had clients even, someone that did actually the last challenge that I did, that was on contraception and then came off and was struggling she wanted to get pregnant. She was really struggling to get pregnant, and it came out that actually when it got investigated she had PCOS, but she was put on the which is the PCOS, it can make pregnancy a bit harder, and she was put on the pill. Basically she was having really bad periods, and rather than the period getting investigated,
they just put her on the pill.
They just put her on the pill because they were like, oh, this will regulate your periods. It doesn't regulate your periods. It puts a plaster over it because it stops your body producing its own hormones.
That's exactly
so
like...
There's all stuff like that can be going on.
Yeah.
And there's so many girls that they need the work doing.
That's so common as well, because I don't think she'll mind me saying this, but my housemate, I won't say her name just in case there's some people that don't know, the doctors literally last year, or even the start of this year, I can't remember, said the same thing to her. She thought she's completely just refused to do it. She came off absolutely everything in terms of contraception. Like, I need to get my period back naturally. Because I said to her, I was like, there's clearly something wrong with you. Like, there's clearly something wrong and you need to get something sorted and you need to have a period. Like, you haven't had a period. And don't get me wrong, she's gone through a lot of, like, shit, being quite overweight to then being very underweight. Like, she's gone through a lot. So she's already put her body through a lot.
Can't figure out what's it.
She's put a lot of like pressure on her body and stress on her body, so that's obviously not going to help her period and stuff. But then like she would say to the doctors like, I'm not getting like regular period, didn't investigate, they just said, right, here's the pill, She came off the pill, found out she had PCOS. But she's now like not self-medicated, but she's like researched into like vitamins and minerals and things to do to help PCOS and how to gain your period naturally and stuff like that.
Because there is actually a lot you can do, because it's basically just
managing
insulin resistance.
Exactly.
So there is actually a lot,
and
like from
just
a lifestyle
building
perspective, that you can do to manage it.
Exactly. And she's had 2 regular periods in the last 2 months.
Which is amazing.
Which is completely natural. And she honestly, I was in my room just chilling, and she was in the bathroom, and she was like, Sania! I was like, what? Thinking, why the fuck is she shouting at me? Trying to chill here. She was like, I just got my 2nd period. I was like, oh my god! Because it is a big thing. Like, I know people hate periods, but like, to a lot of people, like, it's a massive, massive thing.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, I just feel like there's a lot of education that needs to be had about female hormones in general.
Yeah,
like,
I love it. I find it so interesting, and like I feel like it's only probably the last couple of years where I've really like learned a lot more about it and understood it. But I just think it's so like I didn't realise how important having a regular period was.
Yeah.
And the effect, for example, like estrogen on your bone density.
Yeah.
Like, but then the estrogen that you get in a pill is not the same type. So
well, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that until you said it in the.
So it's not bioidentical. It's not the same.
It's not exactly the same
structure as the one your body produces.
But it's mad because honestly, like people, young people, and I still now hate my period because there are so many negative thoughts towards period. Because PMS, yes, I get it. It's difficult, and there are a lot of girls who suffer with it. But you always think, oh, missing your period is the greatest thing ever until you turn like 20, 21, 22 and you're like, maybe I want to try for a baby soon, I need to think about how my health is. When in reality, like that should be taught at such an early age. Instead of sex education, teach me about my own hormonal health, men and female.
I
like
agree.
A lot of females think that they don't need as much, like for example, like, you know, like fats and stuff like that. Like us females need way more fats than men, and I didn't know that until I got into bodybuilding and I actually learned about that. And I was like, but why do we need more fats? That makes no sense to me. Why can a man literally live off 20 grams of fat and be hormonally okay, and I will live off 20 grams of fat and probably be fucking in the gutter?
Yeah, literally.
Like, why does that not make, like, why? And I was so confused by it. And it's things like that where it should be like, just as females and like how to regulate our hormones and stuff, like fats are good for you. These types of fats, fish oil, taking omegas, vitamins. Like I know it's hard to educate young people on that, but at least you've done everything that you can, and then they'll shoot themselves in the foot when they're older. But if they listen, you've at least educated them on that, because a lot of what you've done, I've done, and how everyone else knows is they've either put themselves forward to learn, or they've had maybe a mum or an auntie or someone like that who's had hormonal issues before. But it's never taught.
It actually, now I know what I know. I'm like, this actually baffles me. That
maybe we should go to. Maybe you and Kelsey should go to schools and put yourself forward to teach.
That would be so cool.
That would be so cool.
I would actually love that.
Maybe you should do it.
I feel like I would actually enjoy that so much.
Maybe that's like a project, a charity that you should do.
Are you actually allowed to do that?
I suppose you'd have to be like a licensed something, but like even if you were to like do a talk in like your old primary school or something, I don't know, look up to it, because that wouldn't be like a bad...
Or like nutrition generally.
Or even if you have to just get somewhat qualified, I'm sure there's like courses online that you can actually do to get qualified. Even, you know all the information, you probably just have to take the test.
Yeah. Do you think it's mad though that, like, for example, at school you probably did cooking. Everyone does like a bit of cooking at school, don't they?
Yeah, I make pizzas.
Yeah, but you make literally that's what I mean. So you make pizzas, you learn how to make a Victoria sponge cake.
I was like, a red chopping board is for meat. That's all I knew, and the green one's for veg.
My cooking teacher was terrifying. But why do they not teach like the importance of protein, or you know, a balance? Like, I don't. It really baffles me.
They
why
just
they
tell
don't
you
teach
what a
that.
protein is, what a carb is, and what fat is, but no nutritional value of it.
Yeah, but they could educate. They could use cooking lessons to be like educational around food, not just how to make a cake.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I mean?
The whole
Like, there's such a
educational
gap in that.
system is like, I don't know how teachers don't actually look at what they're teaching and think,
They probably do, that's the thing.
but it's just so frustrating. Do you
It
know what I
is.
mean? Because it's like, a lot of what I do, like, don't get me wrong, I think maths, I think English, I think science, I think all of those things are really important to have a basic knowledge of.
Yeah.
And I think all of those things, I think, are great within the system. But what I think they should also integrate is things like how to life after school. It should
Yeah,
be
and
like a
also
life
like
after school.
mortgages, tax, like all that actual stuff that you need in
Even
life.
if that's like one time per week, if you go from year 7 till like just before sixth form, what's the end of
18, is it?
what, year 7 to year 13? Year 12's the last year. No, year 11's the last year, isn't it? 7 to 11.
Yeah, and then you go to sixth form.
Yeah, think about how many weeks you were at school and you did that lesson once per week.
Yeah.
From 7 to 11.
Yeah.
You would honestly, even though you may not listen, you might find it boring, like you'll probably take at least something in that, and even if it's just like a test that you have to do end of term, you then still going to somewhat revise it.
Don't you think it's mad though that like, you know, when you'll be the same, like when I started my business, I had no clue about anything around that.
No.
Like I basically winged it and learned as I went.
The only reason how I knew was because I was very lucky to be engrossed around a lot of people who had already started their own business. Yeah. Not all of them, but some. But also, I'm very much someone who knows I don't want to get in trouble with the government. So I very much was like, as soon as I start my business, I didn't necessarily take my receipts or anything like that, but I knew that I needed, I just knew I needed to like somewhat be documented.
Yeah, and also I do think you are very like business minded as well in the way you think, which works quite well.
Yeah, I can't, just not in numbers, like more so about ideas, but it was more like I knew I'd just hire someone, like, so as soon as I started my business, I knew I knew nothing, and I know full well when I'm out of my own depth. So I just went to like loads of like accountants and stuff like that, but the thing is I started too early, because what I didn't know is that for your first, you don't pay anything for your first year. It's only when you earn like over a certain amount, and then like it's the year after. It's done the year. It's like the tax year. So the new tax year has just started. Yeah. But you don't pay from the last tax year until next January. So you always like. So you're a year behind always. So I'm only one tax year in, so I've only paid for my first year, and then I'm in my third year. So this year. Or next year I'll be paying for my second. It's so confusing, guys.
What are you now?
You've got MB in like 4 or 5, surely.
I started PTing properly after uni in 2021. No, it must have been longer ago. I was 21, so 22, 23, 24, 25, nearly 7 years ago.
I was going to say 2021, I was like, really?
Yeah, 7 years.
So you're on your sixth like tax, Mental, it's crazy. But there's things like that. We've gone on a massive tangent, but there's things like that you just don't get taught, or just even how to like budget. Not even about mortgages, just budgeting money, or I know like those are things that you should be learning at home and stuff, but come on guys, like parents already have like a lot of stuff going on, like it's, you know, like the reason why I'm good with my own money though as well is because I've seen how bad it can be when you're not good with money, so I'm like, not doing that. That is not. I've dealt with that stress externally. If I'm internally in that situation, that is it. Because I don't deal with stress. Like there are certain stress scenarios I deal with well, but then there are others.
Work stress, you're fine.
Huh?
Work stress, you're fine.
Work stress, I'm fine because I know that I can just go bang, 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 bang. But anything else, I'm like. I just don't like getting in trouble. I really hate it. Like if someone tells me off, I cry. Honestly, like if my dad told me off to this day, unless he was being like really irrational, because I'm a bit of an adult now, I'm like, I know when you're actually irrational, but if like I know I've done something wrong and I have to like own up to my dad, not that happens very often, because I don't live with him, but you know, and you're just like, fuck, I've been caught, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I just cry, and I think I just cry because I just know are you going to grab your coffee or cookie?
Why?
Because you went to grab something.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think I just got carried away laughing. Oh. But I'm gonna have a bit more cookie.
But yeah, no, I just cry. Because I don't cry very often, so I think in some scenarios, it just...
I cry, I do. I'm a crier.
I see, I'm not.
If anything, like, if I'm on my period and something tiny happens, I'm crying.
Oh, I just get so aggy.
Or I get really overwhelmed, like if something overwhelms me.
I can imagine you being like, just a minute.
Yeah, I'll just cry. I'll just be like, I can't do it anymore. I'm a crier, I do cry.
I'm not a crier unless something really frustrates me. I cry over frustration rather than upset. But I'm definitely not a crier, but there are certain scenarios where I'll just bawl my eyes out and I'm like, why am I crying? But I'm more of a happy crier than I am a sad crier. You catch me watching a really sad movie, I am in... Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Oh, what?
No, tell me so first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So I can't remember what film it was, but there was this film where like there was these like, it was meant to be a comet, but it was actually like asteroids coming down onto the Earth, and they were in America and they were all watching it, and there was only a certain amount of people who were allowed to go into the bunkers and stuff. There was this family, a mum and a dad and a son, and this son had like diabetes or something, so he needs insulin. Basically, what happened, long story short, is they got split up, and then the son got kidnapped by someone else with the mother, so the mother and son were together. Someone kidnapped the son from the mother because they had these special bands on that could get them through it. And oh my god, so this movie was like the dad trying to find the mum and the son, the mother's just, her son's just been kidnapped right in front of her eyes, the son's crying. I literally...
You were hysterical.
I was like... And I was like, right, I need to pause it, and I'm like tearing up now. I paused the video, I walked to my bathroom.
I feel like you're nearly crying now.
I am, I'm getting emotional. I walked to the bathroom, I got some tissues, and I was like, need to calm down, I've got the rest of the movie to watch. I sat down, started crying again. I was like, oh my god, like I was like proper tearing up, and I was like, just feel so sad for him, and I was talking to myself, I was in the flat I'm in. And I was properly like, you know when you're like actually hyperventilating and your throat goes dry, I was like, I'm so sad.
It's when you get so wrapped up in something, you know.
Like, but
why?
Why? He's not got his insulin.
You sometimes watch your mind stuff that it's actually not real.
Yeah, I literally walked out of my bedroom and I was like, I'm such, honestly, like, am I okay?
You know, I absolutely bawled out. I don't know if you've watched it. That One Day on Netflix. Did you watch that?
I don't think I have.
It's
What's
really,
it about?
really good. It's about basically this couple, no, they're not a couple, they go to uni together, this boy and this girl, and they meet and then have a bit of a thing, and then it basically goes to their life over the next 30 years of them like kind of seeing each other, and then they're friends, and then they're in different relationships, and it just goes, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it just goes through their life, but it's like a love story type thing. But honestly, I was not just sobbing, I was hysterically crying at the end. I was like, why did it have to end that way? And anyone that's watched this will know exactly what I mean. But I was just, honestly, I
feel like we need to watch something together.
I couldn't stop thinking about it for like 2 weeks.
It was in the back of your
head.
head.
I was like, why? But yeah.
One day, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah. Tell me what you think. Well, watch it. It's
we need to find a movie to watch together. Sorry?
Episodes. It's got quite a few episodes.
Episodes.
It's got quite a few episodes.
Oh, so it's not a film?
No, it's a series, but we watched it because it was quite addictive. We watched it quite quickly. Watch it before we record the next podcast.
So I can talk. I can do a review.
Let me know what you think and if you cried, because I
bawled your eyes.
I didn't know it was going to end that way.
I'll send you a picture of me on each and every episode of how I'm feeling, and I'll give you updates, and then I'll watch the last episode and I won't tell you how I feel, but I'll take photos and snapshots.
It's the last one.
Okay.
Okay, but watch
and then we can insert them into of me like.
It's great though. You need to watch it. So.
So
we were talking about the event and we got really sidetracked.
Yeah, I don't know how, but that was great. The
event was great. The event was calm, and then there was the launch of the community as well.
Yes, and that's launching when? Like
Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah. So the VIP is out now, so it's like a cheaper sign up, and then it's actually going live.
But it's not even just a membership though, is it? It's like a legitimate course.
Yeah, it's like basically it's got a group chat in it, so you can like post whatever you want, share your wins, whatever. But me, Kelsey and Lily are all in it, like answering questions. Mm-hmm. So if anyone's got any questions, they've got access to coaches basically.
Yeah.
So about their own journey, about competing, about weight loss, like anything. And then there's 12 courses that are around training, nutrition, mindset, like hormone health, because I didn't want to make it just competing, but there is a lot on competing as well in there. I wanted to make it like physique development in general and not just people get on stage. But then in each course there's like multiple videos and like presentations on those different topics. So I've launched it with like 1 to 2 videos in each topic.
Yeah, because you were going to launch it with like 1,000 and I saw the list and I was like...
Yeah, but you know, you just have so many ideas.
So where are you going to develop it from here?
Yeah, well, I didn't think about that. Well, anyway, it's got 1 or 2 and then I thought, right, people are going to go in, work through it, and then I'll drip feed more in.
Yes.
Have
you worked out how to do it like as they... So you know you can like unlock it on a certain amount of time they're on the course?
But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have it open.
Yeah.
Open it with like, because I thought some people might want a different section to others and I didn't want to make people do it in the right order. So I've just basically got 12 modules and then people can go in. There's only at the minute 2 videos max in each module. So it's pretty much all ready to go. I've just got 2 more videos I think I'm going to film.
And then slowly you'll introduce more.
And there's guest speakers in it. Yeah. So I'll just keep building it up. And then there's basically...
I heard you had this like really cool girl on there. Like just like the coolest girl. The coolest guest that you could possibly... What's her name?
I think she's a bit annoying actually.
What's her name? Is it Sania? Sania, yeah. That Sania girl, absolute class. I heard like
she's alright.
I'm joking.
Oh, no, she's pretty good actually. I quite like it, you know.
You fucking hope so.
No, it was good. That stuff was good actually. So we've got you, we've got Dan, we've got
loads of people.
Nat, we've got Phoebe Goodwin, who's an iPhoebe Pro.
We've got Wiki, who's a lot of like medical kind of stuff as well. Like
and then I've just done stuff on like training, post-show.
There's so many things that you can develop on that as well. Do you know what I mean?
I've got loads of ideas for it as well. And then we've got, so I did like an 8-week program before, which I had a few girls on, which was like helping people understand like the calories and like the training, and then we basically did like lives every week on different topics. So I'm relaunching that within the community as well. So that's like a little add-on within it as well to help people. So
that'd be proper good.
Yeah, I'm quite excited actually.
Ooh.
Just building it up. So
yeah, just make sure like when it like kind of like podcast slash tag slash meeting. I meant not slash tag. What the hell's that? No idea.
New word.
Like collab with LFP on certain things, and we'll choose to accept. Because a lot of the stuff that you've recently posted, we actually could have collabed with. Yeah. So that you would have gotten a little bit more like.
I did think about that. I was going to do that because I posted a guest speaker post. Yeah. And I was like, oh, shall I collab it?
You can actually request collab, so if you can actually do it.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that after you post. Oh, that's so much
You
better.
never used to, but Ramini, like I basically said to Ramini.
Yeah.
Like to all of my athletes, can you please like just collab with LFP on like anything that you deem is relevant, that's it. And we'll choose to accept it if we think it works well within our grid. Yeah. And then she like, and I said,
I
like this one.
Actually.
Yeah. And then she was like, oh, I sent you the request, and I was like, since when could you do that?
That's so much better if you can do it after.
Yeah. But I think you might need the update, so you might need the update. But I don't know. But it's really handy because there's so many times where I'll post something and then I forget to collab, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, now I have to write the caption because I didn't copy and paste it. It's very infuriating.
Instagram props.
But should we go on to we've got this like, oh no, should we just make a...
Should we do this in a different episode?
Yeah.
I feel like this episode's gone
on. This episode has gone for a while.
Let's do a little update, wrap up.
Yeah, let's do an update wrap. We've planned a few things out. I'm actually quite excited for the topics that we're going to do.
I'm excited for the next one, it's going to be good.
So we'll give them a little bit of like a teaser. So we're going to talk about our firsts.
When you said, you were like, we were like, let's do a podcast on our first. I was like, what the fuck?
What do you mean? Like, first what? Because I feel like when you say first, it can be like...
This is gonna get
detail about some saucy information.
That's right up the street. Great.
What's the best way to make Leah awkward? Talk about sex. No, but we're gonna do some like first, not all about bodybuilding, but just like actual just life. Yeah. And stuff like that. But we were gonna do a bit of an update, but we've actually managed to talk for ages. So we're not gonna fucking yak your ear off too much, but just to kind of like round it off. Things are going great, right? Like for you, for me, like The thing is, we find with these update ones, it's like, because we're both in an off season now, apart from business, there's not really much
going on. I'm just eating my food, doing my training. I did actually have a week off training last week. It was meant to be a 4-day deload. Dan was like, right, I went to the lakes last week.
Yes,
which was really, really nice. Did 35,000 steps one day. I hiked a mountain. Your favourite activity. It was actually so nice. It was really nice. So yeah, had a deload, and then I got back, and because I had so much going on with work, I was like, right, I was away Friday to Monday, so I was like, I'll take 4 days off. Went to go back to the gym Tuesday, and I was like, I've got so much work to do. I was like, I just can't get my head in it. So I ended up not going back to the gym until, I think I went back on Thursday. So I had like a week and a bit off. And then I had loads of other shit going on as well. So it was just like...
It's just been a bit like, sometimes it is just unplanned and it's just what it is. Like, you can't hate yourself for it, and sometimes life just gets in the way.
It's very rare that I like come out of my routine, but I checked in with Dan last week and I was like, Dan, I've had enough. I'm being a slug. I haven't done anything. Haven't been to the gym. Haven't prepped my meals. I was like, I'm sorting my shit out this week. So
sometimes you do just need time to
That's literally what he said.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Yeah, but in the moment, you actually caught up on work. You managed to like think to yourself, instead of forcing yourself to want to get into routine, you thought, I've spent enough time out of my routine now, I want to get back into it. And sometimes that's a far better attitude than you forcing yourself into a routine that you're not ready to go back into.
And also, that's literally me like probably once or twice a year. Like it's very rare that I completely come away from any sort of routine. And to be honest, like I was still eating my meals, I was missing the odd meal or whatever, but
it wasn't like
I was still walking the dogs, I was still eating my normal meals and such, but you know, because I'm so used to being in such like a routine, when I come away from it a bit, I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I get you. I feel like I've gotten better with it now though, just because I do live that more balance. Like last week, if I want to train 4 times a week, I'll train 4 times. If I want to train 5, but a lot of it is just basing around like how my recovery levels are and stuff, because of running and stuff. Like people are like, how do you manage it? I'm like, because I just know my body.
You know when you need to rest and stuff.
Exactly. Like sometimes I'll go into the gym and I'll train at 100% capacity. There are others where I maybe have done like a 7k run and I'm like, I'm fucked. So I'm probably going to train with a few reps in reserve, maybe just do a pump session, because then at least I've done something.
You should move.
But I'm not going to recover, and this is not going to be proactive for me. Like, this is not going to be productive. So like, for me, it's more so just like,
play it by ear.
Exactly. So if I feel shattered one day and it's meant to be a training day, I'll just... So last week, for example, I did like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think I took Thursday, Friday off, because Friday I was like, I did a run on Thursday. I was like, can't actually get myself to the gym on Friday, so I ran again Friday. And then I like trained Saturday, and I only trained 4 times, but because
4 times is still decent though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But I just added 2, like, so a lot, like I have like 3 main sessions, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the 2 is just like glutes and then delts. It's like just like exactly. So I just put them both together. It's like really easy to do.
How's your running going?
Really well. So I don't actually know if we're going to be doing the Race for Life anymore. I don't know what's going on with that, but I know that I really want to do a half marathon. I don't know when, but I really, really want to do it. And I don't know if I want to do it in the UK or if I want to go abroad for it.
That would be quite
cool. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm not actually like following a plan. I'm kind of just running as is.
And just seeing how you go.
I go. Like, I honestly, like, because I did a lot of running when I was younger, I actually find, like, I was on the treadmill the other day, and I actually find sprinting faster than I do, sprinting easier than I do long distance running. Love long distance running, but I used to be a sprinter, so for me, when my legs are going slow, I feel like, but when I'm going, like, when I was sprinting on the treadmill, I was like, I am meant to be a sprinter. Short distance. I just prefer it. But I really want to do like a half marathon. Like I know I just really, really want to do it. And it's 22 kilometers. So it's basically just like, I just think of it as like 2 10k kilometers. And I've done a 12 kilometer. I haven't done a 10 kilometer since my injury. Just because I've been building myself back up. I think I could do one again, but I want to do somewhere that has like nice scenery. So it's just finding
like a little trip though. Like,
exactly.
And make a nice little weekend out of it.
So that's the kind of plan, but Me and Reese are taking a deload on the 22nd of April.
Yeah.
We wanted to do one next week, but I'm actually flying out of the plane, jumping out of the plane on Tuesday.
Wow.
I know, I'm going with Beth and I'm so scared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that sounds really fun.
It sounds fun until you realise you're going to be all the way up there, jumping out of a plane. We've chosen to do this.
Why are you doing that?
Because Beth got it for me for like 2 years ago, for my birthday, or like a year and a half ago. And then before we were meant to go last year, like Reese crashed his car, and I was like, look, I've already like lived the life of almost dying.
Yeah, right.
I don't fancy jumping out of a plane tomorrow. So we rescheduled it. And like, yeah, we're doing that on Tuesday.
Oh my god, I can't wait to catch up after and see how that goes.
We're doing it on Tuesday, and then I've got Emma's coming to the UK. Emma Carvin's coming to the UK. We've got
to the island.
No, she's coming to Manchester to
That's
see
in May,
Christian.
isn't it?
It's in May, yeah, but this is April.
Okay, sorry.
It's alright.
I was just trying to put two things together.
So Emma's coming to the UK, so we've got something launching soon, so we're going to create some content then, see that and stuff. And then I've got a day rave on the Saturday.
Wow.
And then after the day rave, I've got a group posing session with Loz.
Yeah.
So next week is like, I'm not mentally prepared for it. Like,
You've got a lot going on.
Jump out of a plane, potentially die.
Great.
If the parachute doesn't work. We've got meeting, like travelling to Manchester, then a day rave. Emma, yeah. So just a lot's going on then. So we're flying out to Barcelona the day after the group posing, and I'm so looking forward to it. And I'm hoping.
What's that for?
That's just for our deload.
Oh, just for a nice little break. Oh, I saw you actually bought the tickets for that.
Yeah, so it was like £375, which isn't too bad, but still expensive for 4 days. And because I just said to Reese, I was like, we're not going to be going on holiday this year, are we really? Like, I feel like I really need one, but we're not going to go on holiday because we're moving out in July.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, and then like, we can't really go on holiday because a lot of our clients are competing. Yeah. So then it's like, there's not really a time that we go, and then we go away like at the back end of the year anyway to like Norfolk and stuff. Yeah. So it's just like quite havoc. So we were like, right, let's just deload and go somewhere
go on
like
a little trip.
Yeah. So we're doing that, which I'm so excited for. But I want to try and go on a 10 kilometre, like just a long run whilst I'm there, like so I can look around the city. But that I'm potentially going to save like a long run for there because I know there is a lot of half marathons in like Barcelona, and I'm potentially wanting to have a look at like if there's one like if I can run in the heat as well. Like, am I made for it, or am I like gonna die?
Am I gonna die?
Yeah.
I really like the idea of running, right? But I feel like, you know when you like have an idea in your head, but then you just never get around to like doing the idea.
Honestly, just get yourself out and do 2 kilometres.
I did actually do a 5k, you know when that challenge was going around?
What, in
that
like
5k
lockdown?
challenge, yeah. So me and Will did a 5k. I live in a very hilly place, so it was very hilly, but I honestly thought I was going to die.
Yeah, but that's because people do 5 kilometres straight away.
Yeah, I need to build it.
Yeah.
And I coach a lot of, the thing is I do actually know quite a lot about running,
Yeah.
like, because I've got a lot of clients that run.
Yeah.
I've done so much research now into how to program running.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty good at programming running.
So it's very easy though. You just have to like start off slow, build it up, potentially do some interval running if you're trying to build your pace up. Yeah. Like, it's really not that hard. Just don't go from doing no running and to then doing 5 kilometres.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
The thing is I think in the back of my head I'm like, you know, because I'm trying to
grow.
I'm trying to build muscle, and obviously Dan's now pulled my cardio. Dan actually pulled my cardio back today. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, probably shouldn't be doing
it's
too much.
It's counterproductive if you're doing excessive amounts.
Yeah, if you're hammering like
if you're hammering training. Exactly. But like, it's really not. You're on your feet all day anyway. If you do loads of steps anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It's just the impact work, and you'll just have to do a lot of like. You'll just have to do a lot of stretching and a lot of like warm up stuff properly. But other than that, like, unless you're doing wellness, like, you can do it.
Yeah. So maybe in the next episode, it'll be Leah the runner.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen, to be honest.
I'm quitting bodybuilding and becoming a marathon runner. Jokes.
I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I wouldn't want to become a marathon runner, but I'd love to say that I can run a half marathon.
Like a little bit of a mix.
Yeah. I think I'm doing well so far.
Yeah, I think you're doing well. Well, you're still keeping all your training up, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. And my training was like going really well. I just
Yeah.
need to take deloads more often.
Yeah, especially probably with the running as well
Yeah.
in there. Like, there's a bit more to consider recovery-wise, isn't there?
Exactly. So I think every 6 weeks, usually I take like 10 to 12.
Yeah.
But I honestly think every 6 weeks, even if I don't feel like I need to take a deload, I'm just going to take a good couple of days off running and training to ensure that I've got that longevity.
Yeah, so you're not getting injured and then having to recover and then getting injured again.
Exactly.
Just to manage it a bit better.
Because that's what I feel like I'm doing at the moment, because I've got so many knots, so many issues with my body at the moment. I feel so shit, so fatigued, because obviously we've booked Barcelona, so I'm waiting out now, but I think every 6 to 8 weeks I just need to go, right, that's it.
That
Don't care how I feel. But yeah, anyway.
Look how cute you look.
So cute.
Little baby on you.
Anyway, I feel like we should stop this podcast there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think nothing's really happened for me apart from I've been like eyeball deep in business stuff for the last 4 weeks.
I love that though, that excites me. But we've got loads of things coming on, and that's kind of like a rant on contraceptions, a rant on the educational system.
Sorry guys.
Cookies. What are we going to name this podcast? What is going to be the title? Cookies, educational system, and contraception.
Yeah, literally.
What a great list of things.
Cookies, running, and contraception.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions or anything you'd like us to do for the next one, please let us know. And please like, please subscribe, and yeah.
We'll be back soon.
We'll be back.
Bye.